We will be demonstrating the ease of wiring and time savings of our new sealed relay socket versus the Delphi 630 sealed relay socket. We will wire the socket from a harness for use with a standard Form 1C relay, 18 gauge wire on each coil terminal and 12 gauge wire on each contact terminal. We will be using the new readily available sealed relay socket, which is tested and proven to ASTM standards and uses the amp fast in, fast on push to seat terminals. Next are the individual wire seals. You can mix and match the 3 different sizes of wire seals that accommodate from 10 gauge up to 22 gauge wire. You can also choose a wire plug for the use with a Form 1A or Form 1B 4-wire application. We will be using the 18 to 22 gauge and the 10 to 12 gauge seals for this application. The wires can be handled easily and individually for quick application of the seal and terminals, and totally done in 3 easy steps. First step would be to slide the seal onto the wire. Next, strip and crimp the wire with the standard amp terminal. Then repeat 4 more times. Now that the wires are all terminated with the seals, just simply push to seat the terminals into the socket and they're complete. With all terminals seated, the socket is now ready to accept the sealed relay for field use. Now we will show the Delphi process using their pull-to-seat terminals. We'll be using the Delphi 630 series socket, the Delphi pull-to-seat terminals, because there is only 1 wire seal and limits you to the choice of 3 or 4 different configurations. You must purchase the individual wire seal for the 1A, 1B, 4-wire, 5-wire, or the size of the wires that's required or allowed through this wire seal. The socket is assembled in several steps. First, you have to thread all 5 wires into the wire seal. Once the wires are started, you must push the seal down far enough to allow yourself enough slack in the wires that you're able to work with them. Now push the wires up through the proper position in the socket. Now we're ready to terminate each of the wires. Strip it and then crimp. Now that all the wires have been terminated, we have to pull these back into the socket to seat. Now that the terminals are pulled to seat, we have to push the grommet back up the wires into the bottom of the socket. Be sure that the seal is seated properly and the wires are straight and not bent. Now the relay socket is ready to accept the shrouded relay.